From mop to spotlight, on a cold winter morning in New York, while most people were still asleep, Emma Carter was already working. The hallway lights of the fashion building flickered as she slowly pushed her mop across the marble floor. Emma wasn't a model. She wasn't famous. She wasn't rich. She was just the girl who cleaned the floors after everyone left. Every night she watched glamorous models walk through the glass doors, tall, confident, dressed in expensive clothes. And every night she quietly cleaned the footprints they left behind. Sometimes she would look at her reflection in the polished floor and whisper to herself, maybe in another life, that could have been me. Emma grew up poor. Her mother worked 2 jobs. Her father left when she was young. Dreams were a luxury her family couldn't afford. But Emma had one secret habit. When nobody was watching, she would walk down the empty hallway like it was a runway. 1 step, 2 steps, turn. She imagined cameras flashing. She imagined applause. And in that silent hallway, she would remind herself, dreams don't ask where you come from. They only ask if you are brave enough to follow them. One evening, everything changed. A famous photographer named Daniel Hayes accidentally came back to the building to pick up his forgotten camera. As he walked through the hallway, he stopped. There was Emma, still wearing her cleaning uniform, but she was walking down the hallway like a professional model. Confident, graceful, powerful. Daniel watched in silence. Then he said, "Why are you cleaning floors when you should be walking runways?" Emma froze. She thought he was joking. But Daniel wasn't laughing. He saw something rare, not just beauty, but hunger, determination, fire. He gave her a chance. Just one photo shoot. The first photos went viral. Fashion agencies began calling. Magazines wanted interviews. Designers wanted her on their runway. Within 2 years, Emma Carter became one of the most famous models in the world. But what people loved most about Emma wasn't just her beauty. It was her story. During an interview, she said something the world would never forget. "I didn't become successful when I stood on the runway. I became successful the day I kept walking, even when nobody was watching." Another time she said, "Your current job is not your final destination. Sometimes it's just the place where your story begins." And once, standing on the biggest fashion stage in Paris, she smiled and said, "Never be ashamed of where you start. Even a girl with a mop can walk into her destiny." Years later, Emma returned to the same building where she once cleaned floors. The janitor recognized her immediately. "You used to work here, right?" he asked. Emma smiled. "Yes," she said softly. "I used to clean the floors here." Then she looked at the shiny marble hallway and whispered, "This is where my dream first learned how to walk."